Nathan go merere te lawa, go ngai tabua, ando talita kana vararonga na Radio Fiji 1, nando maiviti.
Radio Fiji 1, nando maiviti.
Yanavanaka and good morning, Fiji. In this bulletin, senior police officer charged. Poverty rates expected to increase. And FRA bills drivers for damaged assets.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
A senior police official appeared in the Suva Magistrates Court yesterday facing abuse of office charges. Director of Police Internal Affairs, Acting Senior Superintendent Muhammad Talib Khan, is charged with 1 count of abuse of office.
2017, the Acting Superintendent of Police directed the unlawful arrest and detention of an individual in Suva. It is alleged this was in abuse of the authority of his office and an arbitrary act. The state informed the court that full disclosures have been served. Khan's charges were read in court and he pleaded not guilty to 1 count of abuse of office. He has been released on $3,000 bail bond with 2 sureties. Khan has been ordered not to interfere with the witnesses and not to leave the country. A stop departure has also been issued against him. Khan has also been ordered to report to the police headquarters every Friday between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. The matter has been adjourned to the 4th of December. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
A drastic increase in poverty rates could occur according to a UN socio-economic impact assessment of Fiji. While speaking during the Gender and Resilience Roundtable meeting yesterday, UN Representative Sandra Bernklau estimated that more than 200,000 people, including children, could fall below the poverty line. She says the assessment indicates that in a worst-case scenario, 110,000 individuals and a further 140,000 children will all be at risk of falling into poverty. She says a program called Strengthening Women's Resilience to Disasters, put together by the Women's Ministry, the UN Women, and funded by the Australian government, will help out in ways to address the issue.
All of us in this room here today know of families who have lost incomes, lost jobs, and are either on reduced or no incomes. All of us in this room would know people. So with those statistics, and we also know that women and girls are always disproportionately impacted by disasters. This program is exciting because it's looking at the whole experience of women and girls' lives with regards to disasters.
The Fiji National Provident Fund has announced Phase 4 of its COVID-19 relief package. Members who have been unemployed for more than 6 months from 1st October 2017 to 30th September 2019 will be eligible to apply. Kelly Vadala reports that over 32,000 members will qualify for Phase 4, which opens in 11 days.
FNPF members applying for Phase 4 must have a minimum of $135 in their general account when they apply for COVID-19 withdrawals.
From 1st October 2017 to 30th September 2019, you can come and access these withdrawals, which is the same as the previous that were extended to those before, particularly those in Phase 1.
Chief Executive Chachika Roy says there is no government top-up in Phase 4.
The amount members can withdraw is between $100 and $1,100, depending on their general account balance.
The FNPF has to date paid out $87 million to 113,000 members in Phase 1 and Phase 2.
I must stress that the fund is well within financial means to enable these withdrawals to its members. The fund's total assets is in excess of $7 billion, and with cash and deposits in excess of $500 million.
General Manager Member Services Alipate Wangerawai stressed the FNPF is still a retirement fund and assistance paid out so far is from members' general account.
It's important to come and ask FNPF straight and get your facts straight from the FNPF rather than from any other place.
Teams from the Fiji National Provident Fund will be conducting a roadshow from next week to discuss more on Phase 4 and also update their members' contact list. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
More drivers have caught bills for damaging infrastructure, with 15 drivers fined this year alone. The billing system was introduced in 2018 to stop drivers from damaging Fiji Roads Authority properties, which include traffic and streetlights as well as railings. FRA Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says they have spent millions of dollars improving the infrastructure, and those caught deliberately damaging it are now being penalised. Moore says out of the 15 perpetrators, 2 have been cleared after paying their penalties. Moore adds those caught damaging infrastructure end up fronting court.
4 are in court, and the remainder we're going through the process with police reports and getting the documentation ready. So if those people settle, there'll be no need for court proceedings. If they don't, then we'll take them to court.
Local meat processors are concerned with increasing numbers of skilled workers taking job offers in Australia under the Pacific Labour Scheme. Leyland's Meat Limited General Manager Christopher Yee says years of investment in upskilling these workers have gone to waste. Yee adds they have no choice but to spend more on training young or newly recruited workers in local butcheries and meat processing companies.
When we lose them, we start all over again. We start training our people in the here, and then we lose our skilled people again to these bigger countries itself. Now, recently, we feel that there's a big loss, especially like from the abattoirs itself has lost a lot of people across to Australia.
Yee says the migration of skilled workers has not affected the supply of meat in local supermarkets and butcher shops. Up ahead, former Flying Fijian prop returns for Suva, and Whites after Futsal title.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Flying Fijians prop Manasa Salo is returning to the Skipper Cup competition after 6 years. The 31-year-old has been named in the starting lineup for Suva ahead of today's clash against Naita Siri. Salo last played for Suva in 2014 before joining a Romanian club. Manasa Salo's inclusion in the capital side is a boost for the young team.
Manasa Salo will be donning the number 3 jersey, and he'll be coming in and Benji Makutu will be coming in from the bench, yes. They'll also be blending it with the rest of the young boys that are there with us. We have David Tekinever, and we have Apisai, and the 2 very young ones, Melituni and Alino.
The Lautoka Rugby side plans to have a good start against Fairbrother champions Namosi tomorrow. The Maroons will challenge the prestigious trophy, and their last 2 Skipper Cup wins have laid the platform for them. Most of the players will be playing in a Fairbrother match for the first time.
Message that was given to the team, focus till the end, and whatever the game plan has been given by the coach. They don't deviate from whatever the game plan is. So that's probably what the boys have been told all of this week.
Hype is building for the 44th Fiji Bitter Mara Sevens, the first major Sevens tournament since the onset of COVID-19. With 8 new teams confirming their participation for the 3-day event, competition is expected to be fierce, with the likes of local Sevens giants and defending champions Police, Army and Wardens also in the mix. Maris Rugby Club President Lawrence Tekaram says the 8 spots still open in the men's competition is expected to be filled well before the start of the event.
We have about eight new teams from the last time we spoke, and that's already been posted up on the website. Dominion Brothers, we have Marabu Tavini coming in, we have Brimstone coming in. So there's quite a few new teams that were not in the regional March tournament that have shown interest to be part of the 44th Fiji Bitter Mara Sevens.
The Suva Futsal side is expecting a tough competition in the upcoming Vodafone Futsal Inter-District Championship. Coach Vishal Nandan says given that most participating teams are coming in with district reps, competition will be intense. He says this means the capital side will need to work even harder to successfully defend their title this weekend.
Since Fiji football has introduced futsal around the country, the Western teams are playing futsal on a regular basis. So is the Northern teams. So we expect a really tough battle come this tournament.
Quick look at the weather map for today. Finally, Friday, the 21st of August. Expect cloudy periods with some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Fine apart from isolated afternoon and evening showers elsewhere, cool at night. And that is UFBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. www.fbcnews.com.fj. Keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
Nevan go merere telawa, go ngai tabua, ando talita kana vararonga na Radio Fiji 1 nando maiviti.
Radio Fiji 1 nando maiviti.